So I built that little intro piece for a Mackenzie's makeup challenge, and today I'm going to show you how I did it. So I started with the beauty makeup itself, my influencer beauty makeup, or whatever you want to call it. So I went in with a really dark black brown color into my crease, went ahead and blended that out. I kind of did it in a wing shape so that it would flare at the edges, and then I started packing in reds. I decided I wanted to go more pink with this look once I started it, so I'm blending out with more of a cream beige color and then adding pinks and oranges as I go and blending those out. Next, I'm going in and giving a really sharp line to everything by going over with foundation, including foundationing down my eyebrows, and just really cutting out a really clean shape. And then going back in and blending with a cream white shadow color and adding just a little bit of tint to my brows. Then I'm going to go ahead and contour. I'm using the NYX Butt Naked palette. I really like this contour color on me whenever I do or have warmer colored hair, which is pretty much always. Then we're going to start smudging it out. So I want the smudges to look natural and not faked, like I was crying. This is my reference picture of an electrical burn. You can find a lot of them online. They can be a little gruesome. So first, to start with this, I'm laying down a layer of Prozaid, and then I'm going in and putting down the layer of Scar Wax. I hate working with Scar Wax. I never work with Scar Wax. It's impractical. It doesn't stay well. It doesn't like to mold well. To keep it from sticking to my fingers today, I have oil on my hands, and that definitely helps, but it's really impractical for film, so I don't like using it often, but it does work well in a fix and is a cheap solution when you want to do something for a photo rather than for a film piece. So here I am putting down my layers, using that Prozaid to stick, and then, like I said, I'm using actually baby oil on my hands to keep it off my hands. Once I've got a good layer down, I'm going to start sculpting in, I'm gonna start sculpting in some of the cracks and lines and the base of the wound. With the reference picture that I have, I noticed that, there's this black charred layer on top, and then kind of like the electrical burn crackle throughout the skin with that really raw pink red fleshy stuff underneath, and then there was little bits of yellow too, like the fatty tissue. So once I've got everything sculpted where I want it, I'm going in with a red shadow. My FX kit is super depleted right now, so I guess this is a really good video on how to do an FX look with very little in your FX kit. I don't have blood, I don't have quite a lot of things. So I went in with the shadow and did red and yellow, and now I'm going in with a water activated body paint. Those I personally always have on hand because I do a lot of body paint stuff. So I'm painting in the fine lines of the cracks, and then I'm using a black water activated body paint to stipple on top. I do want it to have that burnt charred look, so I am using a stipple motion, and then I'm kind of using my fingers to tap on it and tap out the edges so that it has like a smoky charred look to it. I also wanted it to look like there was maybe a little bit of blood coming out of the eye, I plan on using an FX contact as well. So I use some super watered down body paint and let that drip. To get it to drip really nice, I'm adding just more and more water to it, not necessarily more pigment. And then once the drop starts to go, I can use my brush to get it where I want it. But to paint a straight line never looks super nice. There we have it, a nice little FX look. I'm going in with this lipstick, because what influencer doesn't wear a nice shade of lipstick? And then, like I said, I don't have a whole lot in my FX kit, so I'm actually just using that baby oil and tapping it on top. This will absorb into your makeup, so it won't last super long, but we're doing it for pictures and a video short, so we don't need it to last super long. And then with a Ben Nye FX bruise wheel, I'm going in and lightly putting in some distressed veins. under the eye, by the mouth, into my neck, wherever the skin might be a little thinner and those veins are going to show through. I don't want them to be too dark or too prominent, so I'm using the tip of my finger to tap it out to add to that effect so it looks like the vein is beneath the skin, not on top of the skin. Important, important. Now we have the finished look. I let one eyelash go wild, and the tears are real, y'all. I hate contacts. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell.